Alright fellas, what's going on? I got another video for you. A little bit different setup we got here. No, I'm not filming while driving. That's dangerous and stupid, would never do that. But this video is about if I had to start all over again, how would I lose weight? Now I've pretty much gone over how you lose weight in like all my other videos, but I didn't give like a super in-depth, you know, like guide, I guess. Some I did, some like steps I did, but in this video I'm going to try and go over everything a little bit better. Freaking guy didn't wave at me, man. So number one, you have to figure out how many calories you need a day. You need to figure out your BMR, which is your basal metabolic rate. That's fancy words for how many calories you burn in a day just being alive. Go online for this. They have a bunch of different online calculators, or you can download like an app or something. You have to put in your height, your weight, your gender, male or female, your age, activity level, etc. Once you have that number that it gives you, it'll be a little bit different for everybody, but once you have that number, that will be a rough estimate of how many calories you burn in a day. Now what I did, or what I would do if I were you, is drop your calories by about 500. Why 500? Because 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. Now, I pick 500 because that would put you at about 1 pound of fat loss per day. You could go up to 1,000 and be in 1,000 calorie deficit a day, but you start to really feel like your energy, and you start to feel, went over a bridge, exhausted, and it's just a lot easier to do 500, so that's what I would do. Now, I want you to do this for 7 days, okay? Eat 500 calories below whatever that number was you got, your BMR, whatever that number was. Eat 500 calories below that for 7 days, which would be 1 week. At the end of those 7 days, over those 7 days, you will have burned, or you will have been in a 3,500 calorie deficit. And if you watched my previous videos, you remember that 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories. You will also know that the first 1 to 2 weeks, usually, of weight loss, you lose water weight. So changes on the scale will be a lot more drastic and rapid. Good grief, man. I didn't mean this to be a thirst trap, but we got the sun. Paid actor, bro. So I would recommend doing a 500 calorie deficit a day. Now, at the end of those 7 days, if you've lost weight, you're good. Keep going. Keep eating like that. If you haven't lost weight, or if you've gained weight, then drop it by a couple hundred more, say like 200 or 300. And do the same thing. After those 7 days, weigh yourself. This is important to weigh yourself only once a week, because if you weigh yourself every day, your body weight fluctuates like 3 to 5 pounds, even more from day to day. So, you know, you could get discouraged one day because you weigh a little bit more, but instead your body's just holding on to a little bit more water. So you want to weigh yourself once a week. At the end of the 7 days, if you've lost weight, good. That means you're in a calorie deficit. Keep going. If you haven't, or you gained weight, drop your calories a couple hundred more. And do that for 1 week and see where you end up. You can literally be in a 500 calorie deficit by cutting out like a couple cans of pop, or you know, a glass of milk, or some fruit snacks, or a couple beers, whatever. It's very easy to cut out 500 calories from your diet. Now 1,000, it gets to be a little bit tougher, which is why I recommend starting out at 500. I also recommend you to eat somewhat the same thing every day, because it makes everything so much easier. Holy, that could be a quote. Hold on. I recommend eat the same thing every day because it makes everything so much easier. It sounded a lot better in my head, never mind. I say this because then you know almost exactly how many calories you're getting. It gets so dark, man. I don't know why it does this. You know exactly how many calories you're getting, and you don't have to like track any of your meals or that garbage, because that sucks. That's annoying. Don't do that. You stress yourself out. You go crazy about it. Been there, done that. Don't do it. Another tip, forget about macros, bro. Forget about fat. Forget about carbohydrates. Keep protein in mind, okay? As long as you're eating like a gram per pound of body weight, forget about protein too. But protein helps you retain muscle tissue and helps you build muscle tissue. Protein is extremely important for weight loss. So just make sure you're getting enough protein. Again, 1 gram per pound of body weight should be good for almost everybody. but make sure you're getting enough protein. You also want to eat high volume, low calorie foods. These foods are the key to weight loss, to fill up your stomach and to help satiate you, which is, they mean basically the same thing. So, but these foods are foods that you can eat a lot of for a little amount of calories. Okay, these are foods like vegetables, basically any kind of vegetable except freaking potatoes and avocados. Watch out for those. Why? Well, potatoes are really high in carbs, avocados are really high in fat. A lot of fruits are high volume, low calorie. A lot of fruits like strawberries, blueberries are pretty decent. They're a little bit more dense than strawberries. Strawberries are the best, okay? You can eat a shit ton of strawberries for a tiny amount of calories. Apples are pretty good. Blackberries are pretty good. Kiwi's pretty good. A lot of fruits are high volume, low calorie. Almost every single vegetable is high volume, low calorie. Sugar-free Jell-O, protein ice cream, protein brownie. These aren't things that you can really buy at the store. Like those two aren't, the last two. You can look up how to make them online. They're super easy, cheap ingredients, only like 2 or 3 ingredients per recipe, so it's really simple. So I highly recommend high volume, low calorie foods. They will make your life so much easier, man. Try them. And last but not least, you just, it's so dark. Last but not least, you just have to be patient, bro. You want to lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. That's a good, healthy weight loss regimen, schedule, program. 1 to 2 pounds a week is healthy. It's a good pace, 4 to 8 pounds a month, which means a 500 to 1,000 calorie deficit a day. If you go at this pace, it will cause you to retain most of your muscle tissue, if you have any, or if you're like me who doesn't have any muscle tissue and is skinny, then don't worry about it. But if you're a big bodybuilder, you're probably not watching this video, but if you have any sort of muscle tissue, if you lose weight at 1 to 2 pounds a week, you'll retain most of it. If you go any faster, you'll start to lose muscle tissue. If you go any slower, shit just takes too long. So 1 to 2 pounds a week. And just be patient, fellas. I know it sucks. I've been there before, but the best way to do it, to lose weight, is to just forget that you're losing weight, okay? That's what I did my second time, like, losing weight. My first time, I did it all wrong. I ate super healthy, counted all my macros, tracked all my calories. It's a bunch of bullshit. Just eat what you want, but be in a calorie deficit. You don't have to eat super healthy. Now, I'm not saying that eating healthy is bad. I'm saying you don't have to eat healthy to lose weight. Are there any other health benefits to eating healthy? Yes, there are. But if you just want to change how your body looks, you don't have to eat healthy. To lose weight, you have to be in a calorie deficit. I say this in every video. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't want to fall in love. Yeah, and try to go convincing you not to settle down with him. Yeah, wrong, the whole town knows that you had a bed of roses, but girl, you couldn't walk that line. But anyway, fellas, that's all I got for you today. You know, I went this whole time without hitting a deer, so I think that deserves a like and a subscribe and a comment and even maybe a Snapchat. I'm pretty sure somebody just saw me do this. I'm at a stoplight right now. You know when you guys are pulling up to a stoplight and like it's like red, but you're at that point where you're like, oh come on, turn green, man, turn green. And then instead of hitting the brake right before you're about to hit the brake, it turns green and you're like, let's go. All right, boys, I'll be right back. I have to drop the part off for my dad. Good grief, bro. I go to drop these freaking parts off and the guy goes, we already got these parts. You ever get in like those awkward conversations with people where like, you know, you say something or they say something and then you're like, oh yeah, yeah. Do kind of like a fake chuckle and you guys stand there for like 20 seconds without saying a word and you're like, well, I'll catch you later. That's what happened. Get your ass going. Freaking Honda, man. Good grief. Run you off the road. Not gonna make it. I'm Knock. Oh, son of a bitch. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right. We're gonna get kind of crazy here, boys. I'm gonna set the cruise for 30. Here we go. This guy, car just passed me with the weirdest look on his face. All right, fellas, that's all I got for you today. I hope you liked this video, baby. Hope you liked it. It was a little bit different than my other ones because I wasn't looking at the camera 90% of the time. But, you know, I think I still did an okay job. I'm hoping that I don't have to keep doing these, you know, in a freaking vehicle videos, because they're not too bad, but I'd rather do it when I'm on my lunch break so I can like focus on the camera and really talk to you guys. But it is what it is. Anyway, I gotta let you go because I'm going to look at a new car tonight. You know, hopefully it's just what the pictures are. Because usually, you know, you go look at a car, you see the pictures, they look nice, dealership polished everything up and shit. And then you get there, and there's oil leaks, and there's broken struts, and a bunch of other shit. So, wish me luck. Anyway, boys, that's it. Peace out. I love you.